came for the ransom. I'm in the field, 2-minute drill, highlight reel. Let's review, what's the deal, okay? Watching footage going out of control. Buckle up, we got an hour to go, so let's go, that's straight heat. Ain't no chillin' around here, back that back, Nat Chance, how we feelin' around here? Got my whole squad in the building around here. If my name ain't on it, then I really don't care. Come on. 3-point stance, we advance. Ball in my hands, I don't take no chance. Touchdown dance, that's my jam. No hot takes, this is nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. The G on the beat, hey. Yeah.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to MBR, or as we like to call it around here, Nothing But Rants, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. These are not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. What's up? You like that? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in on a fabulous Thursday evening to the Film Guy Network. We have an absolutely loaded show for you guys here on a Thursday evening. As we like to say around here this time of the week, last show, best show. We got a great one for you guys. And I got to be honest, I'm feeling pretty dangerous, boys. Yeah, feeling pretty dangerous. Hadn't opened up NCAA 26 or CFB 26, whatever you want to call it. Hadn't opened that sucker up in about 4 months. Last night, 7-0 win streak. Called it a day after I beat South Carolina with North Texas. Gave him a 45-42 W. So
good job, man.
Yep, I'm feeling hot. Don't know about you guys. Y'all feeling dangerous?
Not to the tune of a 7-0 streak in NCAA.
Oh, we were hot.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good for a Thursday.
You got a preferred team on CFB 26? Because I was doing the thing where basically if I studied you this offseason, I went and played with your offense, and boy, was I rattling off dubs.
I mean, I did a dynasty with Cincinnati that was pretty strong. I used TCU quite a bit.
Okay.
Those are two teams that I played quite a bit with.
Random.
I don't know. Those are just two teams I liked using.
It's almost as random as opening up this show with that comment as I did just now. But no, we got a great one for you guys tonight as I'm feeling very dangerous. I got a good feeling on this show. It's going to be a good one. We dropped top 10 coaches. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that. Will Muschamp's diet advice. We're going to talk about that. Big Ten wants to tamper. We're going to talk about that.
Do they?
SEC wants to govern themselves.
Oh, do they?
We're going to talk about that. A lot of news to talk about tonight. But I don't want to bury the lead. We also have Kirby's top 5 tonight as well.
Right. We do.
People just itching at the bit to get to Kirby's top 5 tonight. So we'll be, talking about that one as well. Let's start with the news, though. Jonathan, I've got 4 news items for you, okay? Mm-hmm. I've got Nebraska players suing the College Sports Commission and NIL Go. I've got the SEC wanting in-house governance by chance. I've got the Big Ten being pro-tampering. And I've got Will Muschamp's offseason weight or diet habits or thoughts. What do you want first?
It's not very often we get to lead off the show with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Why don't we start there?
That's a good guess. That's where my notes started.
Awesome.
We're going to start with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 18 players suing the NIL Go company, College Sports Commission, coincided with Deloitte. Got 18 players suing. Now, why would they be suing? Well, they are suing because they've had NIL deals declined for approval by the College Sports Commission. First thought, they're actually declining them.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That was the biggest takeaway I had from that.
Yep, they're actually going through some of these and declining these. Now, a lot of people looking at that like, hey, man, good on these players. Go get your money. Go get it from the College Sports Commission. However, Brooks reads right here, so the audience doesn't have to. I did some reading today. Any idea why the College Sports Commission might be declining these deals?
Not legitimate.
Because they're fugazi.
There you go. Not legitimate. Here it is. College Sports Commission declined the deals because they are, quote, warehousing deals. These are deals where an agency pays you up front for future endorsements. In other words, Jonathan, I'm going to give you $400,000 today because I think I'm going to be able to give you deals worth that money tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
I'd be happy.
Sounds like a great promise.
Yeah, damn good deal.
It also sounds like the exact thing the College Sports Commission was implemented to shut down. Yes. That is, in other words, pay for play. I'm going to pay you right now. You're going to play, and then I'm going to get you those endorsement deals later. That's a good thing. Claps for the College Sports Commission for shutting these things down. Do you want the absolute terrible news in this article?
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Have you ever heard of Play Fly Sports?
It sounds a little familiar.
Heard of Gamefly.
It would sound really, really familiar if you had just like some photogenic or like an ability to remember absolutely everything that's ever came out of this fat mouth. Because I've gone on tirades on companies like Play Fly Sports. Play Fly Sports is one of these many companies that have just popped out of the nowhere when NIL was first implemented as one of these, hey, pay me a commissions fee, insert massive university, and I'll handle all your NIL deals. I'll handle all the negotiation. I'll handle all the licensing. I'll handle all going out and getting these legitimate deals for your student athletes. You don't have to worry about it. Just pay me a deal, a licensing fee. Just pay me a short commission. You know how many universities Play Fly Sports has?
No idea.
65. 65 universities and thousands of student athletes have deals with Play Fly Sports. Now, why does that matter? All 18 deals that were declined by the College Sports Commission were involved with Play Fly Sports out there in Nebraska. Now, what I just described to you is a company in Play Fly Sports who is taking money on behalf of universities to get real deals for their student athletes, has just been declined 18 times over for falsifying NIL deals. That's bad news.
Very bad, yes.
My question is, which I'm sure that they won't be the only one, but why is Nebraska the only one with this problem?
I would imagine they're not the only ones with this problem. I would imagine they're the only ones that have said, okay, they're being declined, so instead of just giving you the money anyways, we're going to sue to make sure we do it the right way. To answer your question, I would imagine most of these schools that have deals that are being declined by the College Sports Commission right about now are saying, okay, give him his money anyways, make him come after us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which is exactly what I would say 99% of teams that are having deals declined, that's what they're doing.
Right.
In fact, we saw articles during the season last year that said certain SEC member schools were having such backlog on their deals that they were just giving the money anyways. Mm-hmm. Do you remember those articles?
Yes.
So we have a system in the College Sports Commission that is currently inundated with all of these deals and not getting to them in the proper time period. And not only that, when they are getting to them and they're declining these deals because they are pay for play, they're not name, image, and likeness based. When they're getting declined, these member schools are saying, okay, we'll see you in court for that.
Everybody's doing that. That's a new thing to do. If we can't have our way, okay, let's go to court.
Meanwhile, let's go to Washington and bitch, moan, and complain that we have no governance on our sport.
Yeah, I mean.
Let's bite the hand that's trying to govern us while complaining that we have no governance. There we go. Speaking of governance, the SEC wants to govern themselves?
Apparently.
Anybody want to read this to the audience today, or do I need to paraphrase it?
I would paraphrase
I'll paraphrase it for you. So when I read the headline, SEC commissioner, SEC president says they may have no other choice but to, quote, govern themselves. In other words, the SEC may have no other choice but to take their ball and go home. When I see those headlines, I immediately think, that's an empty threat. That is a threat of, if you don't get your house in order, I'm going to go build a new house. And then I did the reading today, and that's exactly what it was. This is a threat from Greg Sankey that basically says, hey, if y'all don't start acting underneath the College Sports Commission rules, if y'all don't start playing by this rev share, if y'all don't start actually behaving yourselves and governing by the rules that we think we're under currently, then we're going to take our conference, separate it from everybody else, and start governing ourselves. That sounds like a great, noble act from the president that is Greg Sankey, right? Mm-hmm. Super noble, super awesome. Except, I don't want to do the whole don't piss on me and tell me it's raining thing, but here's the deal. we have the reporting. We have strong reporting on some of these roster values nowadays, right? There was a brilliant article from Pete Nakos and On3 about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that said we have 4 rosters in this sport north of $40 million. Named them in the article. Has good sourcing in the article. Those 4 teams, LSU, Texas, Texas Tech, and Miami. 2 of those 4 $40 million rosters are SEC member schools. We have a commissioner of the SEC telling us, y'all better start behaving yourselves. Y'all better start acting like we have a cap. Y'all better start having rev share. Y'all better start regulating yourselves, or we're going to take our ball and go home. Meanwhile, 2 of the 4 most valuable rosters in the sport are in the SEC. Most notably, the LSU Tigers, who, by the way, just stole a coach from another member school underneath the promises of not only will you have a large portion of this $20.5 million, but we'll give you $15 million annually on top of the rev share value. To which we asked at the time, how in the world do you promise $15 million of actual marketing deals that are supposed to pass through the College Sports Commission unless you're not passing them through the College Sports Commission? So
this would be the equivalent of the ACC releasing a statement of, hey, if you guys don't get down on tampering right now, we're going to go on our own and create our own league. Meanwhile, Miami just did the same thing to one of their own conference members in Duke to strip away 2 of their players. Or, something about the transport. One of those things. Like, I think, if anything, this is more so the reason why the SEC would want to step away from everything else is just to maybe be a trendsetter, to show how much powerful they are, of like, we're our own thing now. We don't even need everybody
And look,
else.
I think there are certain schools in this conference that are almost going out of their way, like restricting their own budgets in order to pretend as if they are playing by the rules. The 20.5, right? We've talked about this. There are certain schools, even outside the SEC, that I think are limiting their budget when they don't even technically have to. You don't think Ohio State could spend $40.5 million annually? Because I think they could.
I'm sure.
You don't think Tennessee could spend $40.5 million annually? Because I think they could.
I'm sure they could.
I think Alabama could go around and state fund that thing to the point where they could be a $40 million a year roster. I think some of these schools are. Jerry Moore has been very outspoken about this, saying, hey, y'all better start acting like there are rules. Y'all better start behaving yourselves. I think this is another thing that Sankey's almost speaking on top of people like the president, like Jerry Moorhead, saying, hey, no, this ain't going to be the deal.
I've seen other articles, too, now that are revealing how much teams are spending for other sports as well, like basketball rosters and baseball rosters. LSU spent around, I think it was like $16 million on their baseball roster this year, which right now that doesn't appear to be a good investment. But then you have other SEC schools that are sitting at like Georgia's like $5 million, and Tennessee I think is up there at like $18 million, and like it really makes you wonder, how is all of this even working? Where
I thought we were supposed to be playing under 20.5.
Exactly.
No one's
And
doing
you
this
can't
shit.
tell me the third baseman on Tennessee's baseball team's name, let alone why he's worth $800,000 in name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
No.
That sounds a whole lot like we got to pay him because we got to get him. Mm-hmm. That's not passing through the College Sports Commission.
There's no denying that any team, any conference, any president, any commissioner that complains about the rules not being followed and complains about the lack of enforcing rules, any of those is a hypocritical complaint, because obviously it is being done widespread throughout the sport. I don't know if I'd consider it a hollow threat, though, because I very well could see these leagues such as the SEC and the Big Ten saying, hey, we're kind of the show. Let's just go make our own show right now. Now, there's a massive amount of legal issues that you're going to come up with that and things like that, but
I'm with you in the sense that
I wouldn't say it's
I don't
hollow.
think it's an empty threat in the sense that the SEC and the Big Ten will take their balls and go home. But you miss me with thinking that the SEC is just going to separate themselves and be some 16-team league.
No, they will
That's
never.
not going to work.
That will not happen.
That won't work.
That will not
Now,
happen.
I'm here for the SEC and the Big Ten becoming 20-team conferences, and then there being a 40-team Super League. I could very well see that. In fact, I think that might be where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the general feeling.
It's very obvious that the NCAA has no power to enforce the rules, and even when it tries to enforce the rules, it just immediately gets taken to court and doesn't do very well. So,
I mean,
you're gonna have a complete power restructure.
We've gone. Look, I was pro Trinidad getting another year, but we've gone way past overdue or overboard when we're suing for the money we should have gotten for being on the cover of the video game.
I mean, I get it.
I get it. Like, bro, I get it from a sense of you're just getting dubs, so why not continue to stack them in court? But, like, hey, man, eventually take your winnings. You know what I mean? Like, good Lord.
There's no denying
quit rubbing my nose in it.
We're in a college football bubble right now, and there's so many things where everyone's basically just draining all they can from the NCAA because it's going to collapse.
Big Ten's pro tampering, huh?
It sounds that way based on what they tried to get passed through with the NCAA.
So let me they put out a big, was this today? Was this yesterday?
Yeah, it was this morning.
This morning they put out some big article about how they don't need to be out here putting in rules or investigations under current tampering rules. Here's how I would summarize their statements. Quote, you can't enforce rules until we rewrite the rules. And you were kind of in favor of this based on pre-show meetings.
I
kind
wouldn't
of
say
side with the Big Ten, or you understand what they're saying?
I wasn't saying that I was pro Big Ten stance here. I was just saying, to me, what it sounded like is maybe not necessarily pro tampering, but like, hey, this isn't what we should be worried about. We need to be doing other things. So leave this alone. We're cool with this. Figure out the rest of it.
So my reading of it was basically like, you can't investigate us right now because everyone's been operating under the assumption that there are no rules.
Right.
And so everyone's tampering. So don't be investigating us because you're just going to pull the whole ball of yarn apart, and then we're all going to look really, really bad.
Yeah, I mean.
And I somewhat understand that, except for the fact that the ACC today was like, no, y'all go right ahead. Investigate them all. And then the Big 12 was like, no, y'all go right ahead. Investigate everyone. In fact, keep them going. Yeah, I got some more for you. And the SEC's been very, very suspiciously quiet about this.
Yeah, I mean.
So it looks to me like the ones who have most violated these rules that are apparently in place, but we don't act like they exist. The ones who've been most the biggest violators of this have been like, hey, y'all can't be out here investigating. And everybody else that's been violated by these teams have been like, nah, y'all go right ahead. Go ahead, investigate them all.
Yeah.
So that's how I get. We haven't had rules, so why are y'all trying to enforce rules? I get that.
And that's why
I also get the other side.
That's what I was trying to. That's kind of what my point was. Of I think that what the Big Ten is really trying to say is, you can't just come out here and penalize teams for tampering when nobody's held accountable for anything right now. So how about we try and figure out how we make that happen before you just start nitpicking at certain rules that you really want to strike down on. Like, don't just come out here and start saying, all right, tampering, that's the rule that everybody's going to get in trouble for right now. How about we figure out a way to where everybody will follow rules, where these rules actually matter, instead of just being like, okay, here we go, tampering. That's the subject today, and everybody's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense as to why you would kind of want to wait to begin these tampering investigations, because of the fact that you are going to uncover a massive mess in the sport and basically punish every single team from every single conference at some point over the last 5 years. Like, let's be honest, there's been tampering accusations in the ACC and Big 12 as well. So, they can say, go investigate. That's fine, but they've also been a part of this.
Here's all I'll say about this issue. And I don't want to continue to set precedents of, as soon as we try to enforce rules, we got certain member schools being like, well, I don't like how you're enforcing them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like we went 5 years begging for help, saying, hey, will somebody get this sport under control? It's the wild, wild west out here. And now all of a sudden we have a college sports commission, and they can't have any power because everyone doesn't like the way that they're enforcing rules. That seems like we're hustling backwards there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it.
So I'm not like, hey, trust all law enforcement type of guy, but like, you put the body in place to help govern the sport, and now you don't like how they're governing the sport. Is what we're already setting precedents for.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Fix this tampering. Well, don't fix it that way. You know what I mean? I don't want to start that precedence.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep circling.
And it's why these conversations ultimately always get to the point of, like, I don't know where you go. I don't know what you do, because this is like all of these conversations ultimately end the result of college teams are just like, whatever. We don't care. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And when you try and enforce them, we're just going to be like, no. Like, that's not how we're going to do this. And it's I kind of understand it from a college team perspective, because, I mean, for the last 4 years, these teams have been able to do whatever they want. And so now you're asking them to revert back to how things were. Like, that's not how this works.
And you're asking them to revert back to, or at least revert to, a time period where they're controlling themselves, okay? After a 5-year time window where, as a player and player reps, the market just continued to go up, and the market continues to go up.
Yep.
You know, like a player of Cam Coleman's caliber was available 5 years ago. He won the Biletnikoff. He was a Pittsburgh wide receiver.
Jordan
And
Addison.
he transferred to USC. Jordan Addison didn't make $2.5 million.
No.
Jordan Addison probably made $700,000.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's no denying the market
market's
inflation
gone nuts.
that is taking place right now, and I think that's kind of what teams are concerned of, on top of the fact that you can basically pick any player, any team you want, and just be like, yeah, we'll offer you more money, and as long as there's not a extremely legally binding contract, that doesn't even matter. Like, Darian Mensah and Duke is a perfect example of this taking place. Of yeah, you signed the deal, but what does that mean? What is that stopping anything? So
I got into not a debate, but a talking point with George Wrightster the other day, who's very, very knowledgeable about all these ins and outs, like the actual machinery of college football and professional football, for that matter, because he played in both. But my opinion is, like, everyone says the answer, smart people say the answer is collectively bargaining.
yeah,
Well, in my opinion, if college football ever has a collectively bargained agreement, it will be a much smaller body of schools.
for sure.
We're not going to have 128, however many Division I schools are. Those schools are not collectively bargained.
No. And
Not
that number's
at all.
only climbing.
It'll be 48. It'll be the Big Ten, the SEC. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Georgia's backup left tackle has a totally different need from a representation standpoint than the backup for East Carolina. And I don't think I have to explain economics to you from that standpoint, but that's how unions work. That's why the professional football union is absolutely terrible. They have so many different needs that they can't argue together, which is what unions need to be able to do. I can't imagine the discrepancies between college football players.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
I got an 18-year-old at East Carolina making $20,000, and I got a 23-year-old at Indiana making $900,000.
Yeah, I mean,
Totally different.
it'd be the equivalent of trying to collectively bargain professional players and collegiate players. Like, that's what it would essentially be like. Of, we have NFL players who are making $20 million a year, and then we're going to collectively bargain them with college football players who are making, some of them are making good money, but not compared to what starters at their position in the league are
The
making.
salary discrepancies are that large and vast
Yeah.
in college football. They really are. I mean, not even just from the player standpoint. Look at the coaches nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Patricia makes 3x what Memphis heads football coach makes.
Yes, he does.
I mean, there's such a vast gap between A and B. It's not. The old adage is not even close, but it's not. So there's that. Have you noticed this trend of Texas football players?
Yeah, there's a lot of foot in the mouth this time of
I
year,
was
honestly.
foot in the mouth. I would say that, but I was more talking about how all of them have gained 40 pounds. Everyone was told this offseason you need to get bigger.
They're eating good.
And I sent you a clip today that I figured, Mr. Chicken and Rice probably made your tummy twirl.
Nah.
It was Landon Jackson, who started his career, I think, at Arkansas. Is that correct? Will you Google Landon
He did
Jackson
start
for me?
his career at Arkansas.
Is this his first year at Texas or second year? I think it's his second year at Texas. Anyways, he put on like 30 pounds this offseason.
Landon Jackson is in the NFL. Lance Jackson.
Lance
Okay, but
Jackson,
yeah,
excuse me. So he's been there. He might be a Texas-born kid. But anyways, Lance Jackson put a bunch of weight on this offseason, and when asked how he did so, he said he just doubled his Chick-fil-A order.
Oof. I mean,
Yeah.
if you've got the metabolism to do that, bro, good for you.
I don't think he does, though. I'm not sure that he does.
Now, before we crap on him, what I will say is Hero Canoe, who also put on 25 pounds this offseason, transferred from Ohio State, did the right thing in giving all the shouts to the nutritional department. That's what you do when you put on 20 pounds. You don't say, I just doubled up the fast food order. That's probably not the way to go. Now, I will say this. Lance Jackson looks incredible.
Yeah, no.
Because he's got genes to do that, but probably not the best way to put on mass.
Look, if just doubling your Chick-fil-A order gets you those results, like, go right ahead.
You should see the photos.
They're
tremendous results.
Go right ahead, man. Like, that's the thing. But for the normal people in the world, don't follow that. Don't be like, I'm trying to get more muscle. I'm trying to get healthier this year. I need to double my Chick-fil-A order. Probably not.
Upgrade it to a 12 count instead of the 8 count.
And look, I'm not doubting Will Muschamp at all, but I don't understand this, like, 378-pound nose tackle, 330-pound nose tackle. Like, I didn't understand this about Florida's roster either for several years. It's like, why? What about? I always figure we're trying to get as close to the physical body type we can as what they do on Sunday leagues, because that must be the optimal body size, is what I think to myself. I said this about Caden Proctor. Why would you play left tackle at 375? Nobody plays left tackle at 375, even when they're 6'9" in the league. Why would you want to do that in college? So I don't understand the need to get, like, why are we that big? I don't know.
No, I mean, that's
the last defensive tackle that was north of 350 pounds that was the best in the sport?
Vince Wilfork?
In the NFL?
Yeah, I'm talking about college football.
I think Jordan Davis
Jordan
was north of
Davis was
350.
doing it at 360.
Yeah.
But I love Jordan Davis. Wasn't the best defensive lineman on his own team.
No. But he would have been at other places.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Also, probably a unicorn. A unicorn.
I would say him being the highest paid nose tackle in the NFL.
And has since lost 35 pounds in the league.
Yes, he has.
So kind of Jordan Davis, in a sense, almost proves the point. We don't need to be that big.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely not.
I get the holding the point aspect of it.
Especially when you get into the conversation of, like, how long are we trying to play this sport? Like, what does our longevity look like in this? Yes, you can do that for 3 to 4 years at a college football program, but then when you start talking about I want to play 10 years in the league, that can't last. You can't do that for 10 years on top of doing it for an extra 3 or 4 at college. It's just not possible.
All right, so I need you guys' help. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. I need you guys' help on naming this next segment that I'm surprising you with. My first attempt at naming it is Spring Takes Away. These are takes that have arisen on my timeline that are absolutely a little bit too much for me, but it's spring football, and this is the time to be buying all the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just be crazy about the take. Spring Takes Away. Any suggestions? Like this one right here. Tramel Jones is going to win a Heisman Trophy.
Oh, yes.
Tramel Jones, the Florida quarterback, if my timeline has taught me anything during spring ball, it's that Tramel Jones, routes on air, going to win a Heisman. My God, does that ball look beautiful.
How about spring sensations? Like, it's all sensationalism right now. It's all based on just trying to get you excited for the next, 6 months
I
of
was
the
thinking,
offseason.
like, spring liquidation sale. Everything, like, just try to sell
fair,
anything.
Springing to conclusions. Chat's
Something
helping
like
out.
that.
Chat's
Not bad.
helping out.
I like that, yeah.
I got another one for you. Chris Henry Jr. going to win a Biletnikoff this year.
Oh, this
Yep.
year, huh?
Chris Henry Jr., and here's how I know this. An Ohio State beat reporter let me know today that he has never seen anything like what he has seen at practice between Jeremiah Smith and Chris Henry Jr., both of which I think are NFL football players. I'm being a little facetious right about now, so don't be mad, Ohio State fans. But the video in which he attached this quote to had 2 clips of one Chris Henry Jr. The first clip, a flat-out drop. I mean, hits his hands right to the turf. The second clip, running an out route, catches the ball on the sideline, feet slip out from underneath and falls on his butt.
I can't have that.
Chris Henry Jr., go be great. Let's save the spring takeaways for actual ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like now
I got another one.
okay.
You think Chris Henry Jr. is going to be great? Wait till you see Jermaine Bishop Jr. He's going to make Chris Henry Jr. look like a bum. Who is Jermaine Bishop Jr.? He is the freshman who is going to be the #1 wide receiver at Texas, so says Des Bryant.
Des Bryant? All right.
Hey, whoa. Des Bryant, no ball.
Des Bryant was a fantastic NFL wide receiver. I'm not running to Twitter to see what Des Bryant's takes are on the sport.
I'm running to Twitter to let you know, Sadarian Morgan, the rest of you SEC teams, you are effed. You are absolutely effed. Sadarian Morgan ran a slant today on air. Watch out. All these players will be really, really good.
You know what?
It's enough.
Des didn't catch it.
Oh,
Des didn't catch the ball.
What?
Sorry.
That's a deep
Flipping
cut.
my stance.
but no, I understand why beat reporters are doing this at this time of year. You have to drive up engagement.
Oh, it's the aggregate accounts I get frustrated with.
This is the one window.
God.
Really? You get more frustrated with the aggregate accounts more than beat reporters doing it?
100%.
I don't.
The beat reporters just tweet the videos, and then the aggregate account grabs the video and it's like, this is going to be the greatest football player to ever touch the planet.
Now, I will agree with that. Aggregator accounts definitely take it to a larger extreme, but that's also, that's what they do.
Yeah,
Like, you
it's
look at that
doing your
account and you're
job.
like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, it's Bucknuts or whatever. Like, okay, that's what he does, or that's what so-and-so does, the Alabama accounts, whatever. Like, okay, that's their whole game.
You tell me Crimson Corner's not trying to be serious?
But when, we have actual beat reporters doing this, it's like, you're just misleading the crowd.
Yeah,
You're intentionally doing this.
The beat reporters doing it, I think, is far worse than just a biased account that's a fan account. Like
I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen a beat reporter just put basically propaganda on the timeline. Normally this time of year, beat reporters just expose themselves for not knowing ball.
Sure.
this
That's
also
what I see
happens,
far
yeah.
more often this time of year than a team hyping somebody up or a beat reporter just going out of his world to hype somebody up.
Yeah, I mean, there's the aggregate accounts are definitely more guilty of doing that and being like, player X is going to be the greatest player of all time. But I think it's also fan engagement as well, not even just aggregator accounts.
I was about to say, hey, to the aggregators' credit, it bangs every time.
Every
Boy,
time.
the
They know what
engagement
they're
is through
doing.
the
Every
roof
time.
every time. So why wouldn't you do it? I mean, I'm sure there's probably situations where they're sitting there typing the tweet like, I don't even believe this, but boy, this is about to get 800 likes. Everybody finna love this.
Smart business.
Any other spring takeaways you got so far that you've seen on your timeline?
Dabo Swinney has 5 starting quarterbacks on his roster.
We love that.
Yes.
But that's
Love that.
one we've already touched on a little bit.
I did see one overthrown ball from Austin Mack that received some criticism.
Yeah, I love that. What do you think of this rep? I saw that one.
Yeah.
It's a rep on air, fam. I about quote tweeted and was like, it's a rep on air, but you can see it on tape too.
Yeah.
He'll have random misses on tape where you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So, any other ones?
Honestly, I haven't, other than the ones that you'd like, the Sadarian Morgan one was the one that I saw today. That one was a bit nuts. Like, we're running I don't even know.
You know what it reminded
saying
me of?
that
It reminded me of that time last year when the 5-star that's transferred to Notre Dame from Ohio State was wearing number 5. And an Ohio State fan was like, he finna make Garrett Wilson look like a bum.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Ohio
Like,
State fans
whoa!
also- The other one I think is saying that Mestemaker is going to be a Heisman winner based off of wearing a visor and a bicep tattoo is pretty aggregate.
A fake tattoo, by the
One that
way.
was actually AI. So that's probably the one that sticks out to me.
Way to take a shot at one of the people in the room.
It felt really pointed.
I'm just pointing out.
Oh, no, it felt pointed.
The spring
Spring is sprung.
is sprung. The
Hey,
spring propaganda.
Mestemaker was dotting it up against South Carolina last night, though.
Spring football is just the definition of the new toy is the best toy.
Yeah, hey.
Like, hey, Jeremiah Smith, you're great. You've been on this roster, though, for now 3 years. This Chris Henry guy, though, is way better.
Oh, they
We
were
copped you to Julio Jones, all right? We say you're the greatest ever, generational talent, but this new 5-star, boy, oh boy, we can't wait for that.
Yeah,
Wait till
they-
you see Keelan Russell throw a curl.
Yeah. It's things like that.
And again, I said this at the start of spring. Like, this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of like, I don't love this time of year because there's a lot of people just trying to drive up engagement because they know this is the 2 to 3 week window where it's the only time people are going to really seriously talk about it. So I get it. But.
Some people say ranking Kirk Cignetti the number 1 coach in college football is engagement farming.
I mean, it could be if that's why you do it, unless you truly believe in your heart that he is the number 1 coach in college football.
That's me.
Oh, all right.
That's me. I rank top 10 quarterbacks or top 10 college football coaches today. The episode is up on the channel already. If you haven't watched it, you probably should. I'm here to take criticisms right now. Our rankings: Sig 1, Kirby 2, Ryan Day 3, Marcus Freeman, Dan Lanning, Mario Cristobal, Kalen DeBoer, Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, and Kalani Sataki. I think the main pushback, at least from our constituents, was Kirby being at 2 and not at 1.
Yeah, my initial reaction to this list is actually it's pretty solid. It's hard to argue with a lot of them. I mean, obviously the Kirby Ryan Day or Kirby Sick thing is going to be what we debate most. But other than that, like, there's not an egregious, like, I can't believe you put them there. Like, some people would argue Lane's too low, but again.
And, like, or at least how I boiled it down to is, like, obviously Signetti and Kirby, you can argue about that, whatever. But I feel like there's 2 spots in this that consist of 3 different coaches that are very liquidated. Like, they're very fluid, I should say, of Marcus Freeman, Dan Lanning, and Mario Cristobal. Very similar coaches. Like, when you want to talk about where their failures are or their shortcomings, it's like very similar talking points of all 3 of them, and also the strong points of all 3 of those coaches are all going to be very similar things. Other than Marcus Freeman and Mario Cristobal, they both have a national title appearance, which Dan Lanning doesn't, but Dan Lanning's had more cracks at it. And then also DeBoer, Sark, and Lane. They struggle to show up in big moments like that. That's where you talk about with those. But hey, they're also all of them are also one national title away from everybody saying that they're one of the 3 best coaches in college football.
The DeBoer, Sark, and Lane grouping right there at 6, 7, and 8, or excuse me, 7, 8, 9. Those are guys for me as football coaches that randomly lose that I can't explain.
So why is Mario ahead
Sark
of them?
had multiple? Give me a second. Sark had multiple of those this year. Lane's had his long lineage of these, and obviously DeBoer had a lineage of these. Your question?
So why is Mario ahead of all of those guys?
Because of the recency bias. I'll be honest with you. Like, we just watched that dude check off tight games 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but we also
he was
watched
went out mode.
We also watched
down the
him
stretch.
lose unexplainable games. He did it twice this year.
I said recency bias. That was in October. He did a lot. November, December, and
so
January.
this is just based on like the last 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if this was a last 5 years ranking, Dabo Swinney would be in the mix here.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
What has Dabo done in the last 5 years?
2021 was 5 years ago, man.
I know.
The good Clemson we think about is pretty far away.
If this was a what have you done as a collective career, that list would look different.
Okay,
and I
That list was
and that's what I was saying.
last year going into this year.
Yeah,
pretty much.
and I
Like,
think
where are you at
that's-
right now?
That's kind of what the issue is. Like, where do you place the uprights of what are you judging this by? Because
Right,
yes,
yeah.
the last season, Kurt Signetti obviously has career overall. Like, what is the top 10 ranking? I think that's not just your list. That's any top 10 rankings. Like, there's such a blurred line of what do we mean by this? Because you're absolutely right. The last 12, 24 months even of college football, Kurt Signetti is by far and away the most impressive head coach, bar none. If we're going career longevity, if we're going like that, like, I think Kirby Smart has the edge.
All right, we talked about this in the sub episode today, and I want to ask you this, Christian. For Lane Kiffin, had he stayed at Ole Miss, he's still at LSU today. Had he stayed at Ole Miss through the playoff run, does that change anything that you view on that ranking? Like, would he go from 9 to 7 or up to 6? Like, would that have changed anything for how you view him?
No, because all the guys ahead of him, with the exception of Dan Lanning, have made national championships. Have made quarterfinals as well. Sark made it to a quarterfinal. Kalen DeBoer made it to a national championship. Mario Cristobal made it to a national championship. Dan Lanning almost made it to a national championship. Made it to a quarterfinal as well. I think that Lane Kiffin's one really, really great season. Now, you could argue that he's kind of been coaching with his hand behind his back because Ole Miss isn't as prestigious as a program as the ones I just listed. But I think you need a few more seasons of he should not have lost that game, but he did.
I had a different answer during our sub episode. It would change things dramatically for me. Because to be honest with you, Lane hasn't, I mean, he's won in the regular season, but he hasn't won much outside of some great regular seasons where we stack wins. Then we have these inexplicable losses.
Very true.
If he were the head coach, when I know every head coach beats Tulane, I think in that situation.
Yeah.
But if he were the head coach that turned around, beat Georgia in a playoff game, and then went to the wire with Miami, I would feel totally different about him on that list than some of those guys in front of him.
It certainly would probably make me put him ahead of Sark and DeBoer. It would do that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at that point, too, is like, again, what are we judging that off of? Because we just mentioned the unexplainable losses. Like, that's over a litany of years. Like, if we're just going on the last 12 months, like, Lane Kiffin didn't lose one of those games. Lane Kiffin didn't have an unexplainable loss. So I think, again, we're really clouding the judgment of what this list is and why you're ranking things in certain places. Like I don't know if we have consistency then.
Do you see anybody over on that side list that the audience can't see? Guys outside of the top 10 that you felt like could have been argued for? Chat was asking about Mike Elko today on social media. I answered with the thoughts on Elko being like, you're a do-it-again category for me. You're no different than Hype was last year when they were a 10-2 playoff team and got throttled.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if you're one of these top 10 football coaches, you'll find a way to do that again next year. I feel the same exact way about Mike Elko. If you're one of these guys, then I'm not going to have to sit there and go, oh, it was the schedule. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think
you are an answer as one of these top 10 head football coaches.
I think that's kind of why Kyle Whittingham is an interesting one too, because again, it's one of those really successful coach, but you're kind of at a lesser than program. If he pops an 11-1 at Michigan all of a sudden, like we're talking about this guy as a potential top 5 coach because he finally got all the resources in there. So
honestly, man, I was kind of disappointed at how that Big 12 transition moved over. I don't know if y'all remember the narrative, at least from me. The narrative for me when they came from the Pac-12 to the Big 12, that conference ran through Utah. That's how I talked about that, and that is not how that has been. No. It just ran through everybody else since Utah's been there. So I was a little disappointed with how that one kind of fizzled out. Same thing, not same thing, but a different kind of discussion for Kenny Dillingham out there at Arizona State. That's all right, let's see what you got this year. I know it was good with Scatabo. We make a playoff. This year, Levitt gets hurt, and we kind of have that reasoning. We'll find out how good of a football coach, how great of a football coach he is this year, I feel like.
Yeah, I think another interesting name you could throw out there is Lincoln Riley. But, again, has not been great the last 3 years.
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, has not.
I feel like Lincoln hasn't been deserving of this conversation since he left Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Or
it fizzled out quickly.
Yeah. Since Caleb Williams left, for sure. They made the Pac-12 championship, and they were
weren't they 7-5 his last year?
Correct. They were not good as last year. The first year with Caleb Williams and when he won the Heisman, they were decent.
Yeah.
They were a one-loss team heading into the Pac-12 championship. They got smoked by Utah, and that was basically the end of their season. But after that, no, Lincoln Riley has not been a top 10 coach.
Yeah.
It's an interesting name to throw out there. I mean, I think it does. This list does kind of display how there really is a tier of coaches. How we have tier 1 where it's Sig, Kirby, and Ryan Day. You can kind of argue those 3 however you want, and you'll have valid arguments for all 3. Then it's, the Marcus Freeman, Dan Lanning, Mario, that tier. And then after that, it's a really hard way to argue. The line below Lane Kiffin is, Kalani Sitake, great head coach, no problem with him being in the top 10. I don't put him in the same stratosphere as Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, or Kalen DeBoer. And then that's no offense to him. And
he's done something that none of those guys have done. He's won 10 games 4 of the last 6 years.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I put him on that list as a nod to him because I don't think anybody talks about him in these discussions, and they should.
No, I agree.
Now he's got money to play with.
Wholeheartedly agree.
So great football coach out there. I think it was tremendous for college football that he stayed out there at BYU.
It did just dawn on me that we didn't even talk about Venables.
Yeah, we did not.
Too soon.
Which I understand.
Too soon.
It was 2 years of
the same reason. I mean, a different reason. Honestly, he's had worse. Elko's been immediate pop. We got to that. We walked through the desert the first couple of years out there under Venables.
Yes, we did.
And to be fair,
it hadn't been great.
Elko at the very least won at Duke. There's some record to it prior to A&M. This is Venables' first shot at this, and it was some rough years before we made a playoff last year. He's in that do it again type of crowd.
We had years where we were bad on defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a head coach. And that's something that now moving forward, we're like, oh, well, it's Brent, so it's just pick and stick. Y'all got great defense.
Taking over a Lincoln Riley roster will do that for you.
100%.
It is humorous 100%. How quickly we went from Oklahoma's defense is horrible to it's a Brett Venables defense. I'm not worried about it. No questions at all. It happened rather quickly.
About 18 months.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for 18 months, they were bad defensively. And now pick and stick top 5 unit is what we feel about them. But that's him. That's his defensive mind on that side of the ball. But I think we're another hey, we got to repeat success to be in this discussion. He also has – is he the only coach in the SEC that has zero autonomy over his own roster? Jim Nagy's the only autonomous GM in the conference, isn't he?
He lets you know it too.
I
We
can't think.
We ain't got to do that.
Do you see any other GMs getting in front of
Well,
cameras?
there's no other GM that has as much power as he does.
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
think of another example of this.
There's not one. This is it.
I don't know. Like, it's like more so any other program you just hear about the big booster.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that
with a lot of motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that are funding majority of it. That's who you hear from. You don't hear from the GM.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on our rankings? I don't think we got pooped on anything else.
No, I don't think.
I did have an interesting question about Dabo. Can at any point you retire and be a top 10 football coach all time, which he was tracking to be, if at any point during your run you are not a top 10 active football coach?
It depends on how it all ends.
We're gonna go if we're tracking like we think it's gonna track at Clemson, which I don't know where the positives are moving forward over the next 5 years.
Like if we go from we had a really strong decade at Clemson, like a really strong
14 years.
Yeah, like really
almost
strong
a decade and
resume.
a half.
Yeah. But if we go, if we follow that up with another 8 or 9 years of just middling play, didn't really get back to that standard, and it just slowly deteriorates, it hurts yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm drawing this comparison, but like I think a guy like Russell Wilson is kind of in a similar situation where the first decade of your career was this is a really solid quarterback, arguably top 5. He's consistently competing for MVPs, won a Super Bowl, appeared in a handful of playoff games, and the last half decade has just been you are the butt of every joke. That's kind of in line with Dabo Swinney is, and I don't see anyone really out here arguing that Russell Wilson's a future Hall of Famer right now, despite all the accolades that he had in the better part of his career. Now, again, Dabo Swinney has had a phenomenal career, and I'm not taking anything away from that. And I personally do feel like if you do make a top 25 head coaches of all time, he's somewhere in the top 15 of that. But the way your legacy is being left is not great.
Chad does bring out a good point where you're removed from a college football playoff appearance and his 9th ACC championship out of 10 years.
No, yeah.
So like
he's not at that status yet.
Yeah, we're not like down the bottom of the hill, but we are on the backside of this.
We're tracking,
and
that
it's about to roll down fast.
And
we all think now he could pull if he pulls a rabbit out of his hat this year, and they're a really really good football team, 9-10 win football team. I'm gonna shut the hell up. Be the first one to give him his flowers for a tremendous coaching job.
Yeah,
because I don't think the roster is
this is his worst
that
roster
caliber. It was by
years.
far his worst roster in like you said, a decade.
15 years.
I would say his worst roster since probably the 3rd year he took over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I mean, there's plenty of time for Dabo Swinney. I think the biggest crux that I have with him is since 2020, they have gotten worse every year. And yes, they've won ACC titles in that time, and they've had strong seasons. Those teams have visibly gotten worse every single season. You can't argue that Georgia was better in 2024 than they were in 2023 because they won an SEC title that year. Like, that team is visibly not as good as 2023, and the Clemson teams are the exact same way. They've gotten visibly worse.
And what I would say to that as well is it's very clear that since like the 2021 mark, Clemson went from being a team that is competitive across all of college football to we're competitive in the ACC, because anytime they went up, like when they faced Georgia just a couple of years ago in week 1, it was a drumming. I mean, they got absolutely obliterated. And then the Texas game ended up being closer than what it actually was.
That game was
I
not
would
close.
say it really wasn't all that close. So, like, yeah, they were the best ACC team there for a few years still, but still wasn't like they weren't a national brand anymore, I would say.
Yeah. We thought last year was one of his, like the chat's saying, one of his best teams on paper that he'd had in a long time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's come to bear fruit based off what they're doing right
Yes.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Talent about the wazoo.
I think one of the things that we'll look back on, everybody talks about the portal and his inability to adapt with the times, and I'm here for all that. I understand some of that criticism, but my primary criticism for what we got going on up at Clemson is, how does Peter Woods' body look like that in his prime years at Clemson, and then when he's ready to go to the league, he gets right?
Well, he got right this past season.
That's when he's
lost a
getting
lot
ready to
of
go to the league. That's what I'm saying. How do we? You see what I'm saying? How do we have no systems in place to maintain our great players. See what I'm getting at?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a sign of like, whoa, hey, what's going on here? One of our best players has got 20 pounds of body weight on him that he don't need.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's also player as much as it is on the
100%
on the the organization. I
But
mean, we could make
when Clemson was at his peak, how many players did you see taking it upon themselves to not be in the best position to win?
There weren't as many. I mean, there was also like there's examples of that guy didn't look fantastic,
Yeah.
but at the same point, like I think it's also one of these things. Like I don't want to say that's an indictment on Clemson because a player who probably never really had to be serious about nutrition their entire life realized, okay, I'm in a point in my career where I need to be serious about nutrition.
I'm just trying to point out, I think all of these things are all encompassing. When we deteriorate in any area, we're deteriorating as a whole.
Yeah.
I think they deteriorated on roster acquisition strategies. I think they got a little self-imposed or self-inflated on what we think is a great football player.
Yeah.
And we're going to take what we want, our culture, yada, yada, yada,
and I
all
think-
that good stuff.
And that's part of what's going to hurt Dabo Swinney's legacy is the overall stubbornness and refusal to adapt the motives that you had in any way has continuously led to your demise. And I think that's probably what's going to hurt his legacy more than anything of being like, you were a fantastic college football coach, but you refused to adapt to the system to the detriment of your program.
Speaking of hurting our legacies, Christian Kirby's got another top 5 for us.
I don't know why everyone's giving me so much shit for the top 5 list. I'm proud of these.
Well, go ahead, be proud
Let's
and
see
break
what
out
we got
another
today.
one. What do
We'll
we
be the
got
judge of that.
today
All
from
right,
the
ladies and
world-famous
gentlemen.
segment, Christian Kirby's off-season top 5?
I don't even know if I should ISO this one. Or, no, you know what? I'll let Jay will be in camera too for the
That's
reaction.
nice. That's nice. That's
I
So-
appreciate that.
Went and saw Hoppers last night. That's the Disney Pixar movie, and I was thinking, decent movie. Haven't seen a movie in a theater a long time, and it got me thinking of a couple of movies that I had seen or ones that I wish I could have seen in the theater, and this got me fixated on one specific actor. So this week I'm bringing you my top 5 Adam Sandler movies.
Okay.
Hoppers made you think of an Adam Sandler movie.
It did because now again.
By the way, don't call it a comeback.
We're
Go
not
ahead.
speaking on it.
No, we're not.
Oh no! Don't curse it.
No.
So, starting off with number 5 on the list, we have
Riveting television.
Billy Madison, instant classic.
Yep.
I'm with it.
Fantastic
I'm with
Adam
it.
Sandler movie.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Exactly. I think the reason I didn't have this higher on the list, he's kind of unlikable.
He called this shit poop.
He's unlikable in the movie.
Billy Madison's a little bit not as
I mean, he's a rich prick, Jonathan.
not as like
Well, he's a rich prick stuck in an 8-year-old's body.
yes, not as likable as some other characters on this list. So Billy Madison
Or
at
an
number 5.
You ruined it. This
But
is
he
what
has,
this is
but he
going
has
to turn
a change.
into, by
he
the way.
evolves.
He brought Adam Sandler list. This is going to be me doing quotes in Adam Sandler's voice.
That's fine. Number 4 on the list.
is better. It makes the hair silky smooth.
Click.
Click.
This movie gets some unfair flack. I don't really know why.
Drags.
It does. There are points of it.
Last hour's slow.
I think it's one of the more creative Adam Sandler stories, and I understand that this has been done before with It's a Wonderful Life and everything, but if you come into this movie not knowing what to expect, it's actually a very sweet story. Click is my number 4.
It takes such a turn.
Yeah, the
Oh, dude, one of these rare ones that'll randomly have you crying.
yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
You come into it thinking, oh, I'm going to watch an Adam Sandler
Like at first
movie.
you're laughing at Adam Sandler bullying the neighbor kid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is awesome. This is hilarious.
Also, I'm not. I don't love it. It's a decent movie. It's a great premise. It's one of the very few times he goes serious, but it does drag.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It is a long.
oh yeah, it
one.
is his birthday today, by the way.
Is it
too.
actually?
Yeah, so it's very
Didn't-
fitting that this list
Topical.
occurred.
Didn't even plan that, and I'm wearing my Chubbs Peterson shirt today. Didn't plan that either.
Not a boy.
So-
it's all in the hips.
Moving on to number 3, Happy Gilmore. Plan that.
364 more days till hockey season. Got to toughen up.
I think this is the epitome of if you want to show someone what is an Adam Sandler movie that's funny, Happy Gilmore's the one. It's him at his best.
One of my favorite scenes is when he's sitting there with Chubbs, and he's like, "Big guy like you, why do you play football?" Mom said it was too dangerous. And then he shakes his window. He's like, "Great call."
It's funny too because he was a football player.
Yeah, Chubbs.
Yeah. I'm blanking on his name right now, but it's Apollo
R.I.P.
Creed. Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Yes. R.I.P. Carl Weathers. Number 2 on the list, The Waterboy.
Ah, yes.
Easily the funniest Adam Sandler movie I've seen. Probably the most rewatchable too. multiple. You can rewatch this and find something new to laugh at every single time.
Is that the Big Show playing Captain Insano?
It is the Big Show playing Captain Insano. That was one of
Captain Insano showed them mercy.
old.
Tackling through.
That's probably even before he was called the Big Show.
For some reason, I pantomime I pantomime the coach sitting on the ball. When I'm ever on a Bozu ball in the gym, I do. You remember that scene where he's sitting on the ball trying to calm down, and he's just
he's like
hands
it's an
like
egg.
this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting like he's an egg. For some reason, every time I've ever been on a Bozu ball, I do that to this day. Not that I'm on one very often.
All right, now this is where I'm probably going to get controversial with my list. My first honorable mention, The Longest Yard. I feel like this movie probably could have been the top 5. Here's my reason for not putting in it, though. I grew up watching the Burt Reynolds Longest Yard. I don't know if any of you have seen that.
Really?
It was the first one I saw.
You grew up on a 70s movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was the first time I saw it, and I
Well,
watched
that's
it.
Rich coming from Smokey and the Bandit guy over here. But that's like an late 80s movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean,
it's like one of the first colored movies ever, wasn't it? The Longest Yard?
all right, no, it's not that old.
It feels that old.
The first colored
It
movie.
holds up?
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. The Wizard of Oz was in color. What are you talking
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
true.
bad. My bad.
about? You're like 3 decades off.
My bad.
But yeah, no, Longest Yard, very good. I think the
My-
Burt Reynolds one has a little more dramatics to it, so that's why I
One of
put it
my
in there.
favorite scenes in The Longest Yard is the opening one when he's getting a DUI and he gets pulled over by Dan Patrick and Dan Patrick's partner. And Dan Patrick's partner's got them big ass ears. And he goes, "Man, I bet you get XM radio with them things."
Yeah,
And
good.
Dan Patrick starts laughing. Good, you got big ears joke right
Good,
there.
good. You got big ears joke. My
Yeah.
next honorable mention:
Huh.
Grown Ups 1 and 2. I
Yeah,
could.
change the camera.
Yeah, I don't have a single quote for you on Grown Ups 1 and 2.
And that's why.
Oh, you grouped them together.
Yeah, I feel like you can't separate these movies. They're kind of one and the same. They're likable stories. I'm never going to be mad at this for being on TV. It's kind of rewatchable. Oh, I'll catch the last 30 minutes
Yep.
of Grown Ups. It's a fine movie.
The only thing that I'm thinking of is when they take shifts checking out his daughter over there at when she's changing her car.
yeah, I mean,
working on
again,
her car.
it is far from Adam Sandler's best
Oh,
work.
also, that was the first inclination where, from moving forward, Adam Sandler's going to let everybody know that he's got a good jumper. Adam Sandler is going to do everything he can to make sure he gets a basketball in his hand randomly in a movie. That was the first time I noticed that.
I don't even pick up on that.
From that movie moving forward, there's not a movie I don't think Adam Sandler's in where he doesn't shoot a hoop.
Does he ever shoot and hustle?
I don't know if you ever.
I think in a
I'm
basketball.
pretty sure he lets people know he got handles though, doesn't he?
I can't even
Doesn't
remember.
he do
but
basically
I think you.
the clip of D'Antoni going out there bouncing the ball around?
Yeah, I think that there's. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think his basketball movie. I don't even know if he actually even shot a basketball.
I don't think
in
he
it.
shoots a basketball in the next honorable mention, which is Uncut Gems. This is the movie.
I've never seen this one.
Really?
Huh?
Never seen
It's
this
a
one.
very
A hoop guy that loves Anthony, and you haven't watched this?
Anthony.
Edwards?
That's hustle.
Oh,
That's Hustle.
sorry. This is KG.
Yes, this is Kevin Garnett.
He's a gambling man.
It's a good movie.
It's all right.
Very.
Yeah, it's another one of his serious movies.
It
you
is.
know?
Yes, this is the movie everyone
It
points
is.
to and says, "Oh, this is by far Adam Sandler's most serious acting
If
role."
number one on this list is that dumbass Halloween movie, you're fired.
Oh, Hubie Halloween.
You're fired.
No,
That is one of the worst
That's what I'm saying. I've
experiences
never
I've
watched
ever
it.
had
I
in my
could
life.
give
Never
y'all
watched it.
50.
If this is Happy Gilmore 2, you might be fired.
I can give y'all 50 guesses as to what the number one movie will be. and
Big Daddy?
You would never guess it.
Oh, that means I'm not gonna like it.
That dumb movie where he gets married. He just wanted to go on a trip and make out with two hot actresses.
Blended?
Yeah. Is
No.
that it?
Chuck and
No.
Larry.
No, y'all have probably never even heard of this movie. It is Adam Sandler's most underrated movie. It's my favorite movie. Reign Over Me. If you haven't seen this movie, I implore you to. I'm not going to spoil anything about the story. I'm not going to spoil anything about the plot. It is Adam Sandler's best acting job by far. And just because you haven't heard
And
of
he
it,
claims it's not rage bait.
this is not rage bait.
He claims he doesn't do this to piss people off.
This is Adam. This
Dude,
is.
I just want to point out if
this
there's
is so holier than thou.
if there's
This
an
is so,
Adam Sandler
look how
movie
good my movie taste
that
is, and you chose to do so with Adam Sandler.
This
movies.
is I have ranked my favorite movies. This is my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It is by far his best acting performance. I
Chat doesn't let me do ditties anymore, but we get to do this dumb shit every Thursday.
First of all, you don't do the ditties. I make the ditties.
You're right.
Secondly, this is Adam Sandler's best movie by far.
The scene in Little Nicky where they're trying to teach him how to eat fried chicken is, oh my God. He's got to lift his head up and he's like eating it like a bird. Ugh. Fried chicken is fucking awesome.
So the only thing I have an issue with is no Big Daddy. That's certainly, in my opinion,
Big Daddy was
one
the
of his,
last one that did not make the cut. I thought about doing 4 honorable mentions, but at that point, it's like you might as well do a top 10.
I have not heard of your number one option, so I'm a little skeptical on that one truly being.
Is it a serious Adam Sandler movie? Yeah, I won't be watching it.
Best Adam Sandler movie ever.
What do you think is which one do you think is worse? Jack and Jill or Hubie Halloween?
I've seen Jack and Jill, and if Hubie Halloween's worse than that, I don't know what we're doing.
I would say
I don't know what we're doing.
I'd say Hubie Halloween is potentially worse than Jack and Jill.
That might have to be like a punishment one day.
That might be
Just
a
like
road
have to
trip
sit down and
punishment
watch
one
it.
day. We
Yeah.
sit down and watch Hubie Halloween.
I know you
Yeah,
guys
worst
have not-
employee of the month has to sit in the back and watch Hubie Halloween. And you're first in line, big dog. Because what in the world is that?
What is what?
Reign Over Me?
Yeah. It's dude, best Adam Sandler movie.
It is such a look how refined my movie taste is, and you chose to make that stance on Adam Sandler movies. That's crazy.
Even when you Google Reign Over Me, a Pitbull song is the first one to come up.
Look.
Dolly!
Look.
It's not even.
I said.
Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide!
I said it is the most underrated Adam Sandler movie. It is my favorite. It's my list. This is not a rage bait. This is not me trying to be holier than thou. I am sharing my opinions with the world.
And with
Just
that,
based on the recap of this movie, I could understand why this would be your favorite Adam Sandler.
give me the recap.
I'll read you the first sentence. Charlie Feynman, who lost his family in the terrorist attacks of September 11th, still grieves over their deaths. He runs into his former college roommate, Alan Johnson, and the two rekindle their friendship.
Go ahead, Brooks. Make a joke about that. I see the wheels turning. Why don't we go to the local hour, Jay Will?
Fish on the desk right there.
Welcome into Talk the Dog, the show where we find a bone to pick and a take to give. These are not hot takes. These is dog takes. Can I talk that dog? What's up? You like that? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back for another hour here on the Film Guy Network, and it is the local hour, and I do know that there are a litany of Georgia Bulldog fans unavailable to watch us right now because they are supporting the Hoop Dogs. We support the Hoop Dogs in their efforts as well. I am forbidden to talk about them because I will curse their outcome of their basketball game they're currently under right now. So we ain't going to talk about it. We're going to talk about them Georgia Bulldogs, the football variety. 2021 legacy continues to grow. We got Georgia running back discussions tonight. I've got film study previews for you guys, things that we're going to be dumping the clip on over there on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. Speaking of which, it is Thursday during the off season, so we've got Discord Q&A fired up, ready for you guys tonight as well. We got that loaded up. We got some great questions from our audience over there. If you want to join in on that, again, patreon.com/Brooks Austin. If you've been tuned into everything we've been doing here on the network from a film study standpoint, you've probably already been made readily aware that we are doing film studies over there starting this week. We did Elijah Griffin, we did Juan Gaston, and we did Donnie Glover. You're getting portions of those here on the YouTube channel. But go ahead, join us on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. Let's start with the fact that Kirby Smart went viral this week for being one of us. Being one of you guys. But yeah, being one of us.
One of you guys.
I mean, he had an IPA in his hand.
I didn't drink that shit.
Yeah. You're not out here for the IPAs.
Oh, the really good.
The only
bread
reason
flavored
I was
soda.
pro IPA is because as a person who used to enjoy drinking with maximum efficiency,
Yes.
you tell me I got a 9% brew dog, I'm going to slide.
Bro,
I'm going to slide.
I'm not trying to drink liquid earwax just to feel something.
For real.
It wasn't IPA, right?
It looked to me,
it
but
was
like,
a beer.
It looked to be off-brandish.
Well, see,
bottled beer.
I was unaware that he would like. I don't know.
What are you nervous saying he was drinking beer?
No, I was.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if I. What I was going to say was a brand I was not familiar with, so the odds of it being an IPA are pretty high.
Oh, okay.
Could also just be a foreign beer. From what I understand,
That's
is
what I
that
was gonna
they're on
get at.
probably a luxurious golf course. It's
Mm-hmm.
spring break at this point. Like, they probably aren't in stateside.
So what we are referring to is a photo that I assume that was Lane. That wasn't Lane Kiffin, but it was a female that took the photo. You can tell by the
The
hands
hand.
in the photo.
Yeah, there's bracelets on
It's a
the wrist.
female that took the photo.
I thought it was Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin
But he
posted the
posted
photo.
it, and I've confirmed they are out of the country on spring break together. And man, two best friends that are diametrically opposed, like they are total opposites.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to find the photo?
Yeah, I could
And
have
do your
sworn
own
it was.
reconnaissance?
I guess it's not Lane Kiffin. Oh well, either way.
Either way, also confirmed in this photo, the amount. What is the line of wealth you have to walk around a pristine golf course in a t-shirt and just regular shorts?
Was it a Dallas Cowboys T-shirt as well?
He was in just a nondescript gray tee and some shorts.
It's got a star on it.
slugging brewskis, and I'm pretty sure he had flip flops on. Does he have golf shoes on?
You cannot see his feet.
Cannot see his feet. At what point of wealth do you reach where you just get to do whatever you want?
Well, if they are international, then I'm not sure that anybody there cares about Kirby Smart's wealth all that much or knows about it really. So
You don't think he's got international motion, twin?
maybe it's one of those situations of if you're staying here, we just know that you have money, so
Yeah.
go
That's a good
around,
point.
enjoy your time.
I love how somebody like edited the photo and made it like crystal clear. Did you see that?
No,
No.
I didn't see this.
I mean, the internet's getting really, really good at these things because, like, the original photo, he's off in the distance. He's very, very
Yeah, the
like,
photo's very
grainy.
zoomed in.
And the photo that we see now is like all digitized and cleaned up. All right, so it started a top 5 things, normal human things you'd like to see Kirby Smart do.
Yeah, seeing that photo made me realize, like, I almost never see Kirby without a UGA polo on or some sort of Georgia gear on or just, doing ordinary things. So it's kind of
You
like,
don't see him in the wild all that often.
no. So
Even
what are-
when you see him playing golf, it's in a UGA polo because he's representing the
He's
University
even
of
rocking
Georgia
the
still.
visor normally
Yeah.
out there.
yeah. So what are some things that you would like to see Kirby Smart do in the wild?
So I've seen him in the wild recently. I don't know if I've told this story on show. I've told
don't-
you guys. But Kirby Smart, I was at a 7-on-7 the other day
Yes.
watching Keemon spell. And Kirby Smart is in the corner watching 7-on like this. I kid you not.
I believe it.
It was a windy day.
It was a windy day, but I think he also wanted the world to know I am not to be trifled with today.
Those
Fair.
are classic. Don't talk to me.
Yep.
Please don't.
This
talk.
was I'm locked the F in right
Did
now.
he have shades on?
Yeah. Yeah. He was just like this.
Has anyone ever seen Kirby?
It was
Smart?
windy and cold, but he did not want to be messed with.
Nah, I
So.
get that.
This is normally how Kirby Smart's in the wild.
Yeah, but that's not truly in the wild. That's like guards up in the wild. I'm talking like just doing normal human stuff, like just being a citizen, a random citizen.
Being a human.
Yeah,
You got a top 5 for me?
I don't have a top 5. I got
have
a
a top
couple.
5.
I got a couple of things.
I got a top 5.
Let's hear 'em. I think we're all gonna have different answers too.
Number 5, I'd love to see Kirby Smart in a deer stand on National Signing Day with no cellular service, just to see how antsy he is.
Ooh, that's probably not a pleasant trip.
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
see. For some reason, we have to force him into that, though.
Kirby Smart's probably not very friendly that day.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see him in his most agitated form.
But then again,
in an entrapped, enclosed space.
by the time signing days come around, aren't you basically
Not this
done?
one. Not in this mythical scenario. In this mythical scenario, we are as antsy as humanly possible.
All right, valid.
That's what I want to see. Number 4, I want to see him talk his way out of a super speeder ticket. Number 3.
probably not hard.
In the state of Georgia, probably not very hard.
Number 3. Didn't really want to meddle into that one. Number 3, I would love to watch Kirby Smart have to cancel or change his cellular service provider.
Oh, I don't want to watch anybody do that.
Yeah, I don't want to
Oh
watch
my
anybody
gosh.
do that.
Number 2, Thanksgiving at the in-laws. Maybe an in-law probably getting a little too chatty.
Chatty about what?
Just, just getting a little too chatty. Number one, I want to watch Kirby Smart mow the grass because I know he ain't done it in 15 years.
That's a great one.
When's the last time you think Kirby Smart mowed his own grass?
I have no idea.
Probably been a while. When's the last time Kirby Smart sat down for like a traditional Thanksgiving dinner?
Oh, I'd imagine he does it every year.
You think so?
I would think so.
Huh.
You don't think that on Thanksgiving, or at least in the week of Thanksgiving, you don't think that Kirby Smart takes the opportunity to sit down with his family
You're probably
and eat?
right.
Like, there's not even a 30-minute window he takes to sit at a table and eat food with his family?
Yeah, but it's the week of your rivalry game.
Here's what I will tell you he's not doing. He's not going to the in-laws an hour and a half away and spending 3 hours.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he probably takes at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, there's probably an hour to 30-minute window where everybody's at the house.
Well, especially the last couple years because he has a game the very next day.
Yeah.
So maybe it changes now that it's moving back to Saturday. But I would imagine that
that's fair.
He's family enough to sit down and have a meal.
It's probably gone much longer without mowing the grass.
I have a similar one to the mowing the grass one, but this is a very specific situation. I want to see Kirby Smart on spring lawn care day. And what I mean by that is we just got a load of mulch. We got to pull the weeds. We got to take care of everything. And I need the kids to help me. I want to see him delegate that situation. I've been in that situation many of times as a kid.
Not a fun situation, dude. Oh,
one of those situations where it's just, hey, got to go help Dad today.
There was nothing worse than being woken up at 9 a.m. on the summer morning. Your dad being like, all right, we got to do these chores first, and then we'll go through the pool.
See, my dad would just go do them and then passive-aggressively tell me I'm lazy for not helping. It's like, dude, you started at 7 o'clock and you didn't tell anybody you were finna do nothing.
For me, it was not a choice.
But, yeah, if my dad hit me with a you're lazy, we're like, man, that's too bad. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
Sounds like a you problem.
Thanks for doing the chores.
My dad would never tell me that. He loves me.
The second one, road trip Kirby. I think this is how you really get the true character of any man we got a 7-hour car ride. I got the whole family in the car, or at least however big your family is. I'm going to drive all 7 hours. Let's see the truth. And you got to go through all the stages of we're stuck in traffic and we're already 2 hours in. So we're really antsy at this point. What do you like when it's time to stop at a gas station? It's like chop, chop. We got to hurry. We got to get back on the road. All those things. That's a situation I want to see. Number 3, family picture day, Kirby.
Oh, dude.
Have you family picture day?
I want to see what kind of smile Kirby Smart's rocking.
Are we rocking the same half smile in every picture?
Are we rocking the I'm with a fan smile, or are we rocking the I'm not going to do it. I'm happy to be here smile. I'm not going to do that.
Did I meet a celebrity smile? Is it one of those? I want to see what we got a 1-hour photo session that Mary Beth has set up, color coordinating and everything. Number 4.
You think the Smarts send out a Christmas card that's not taken inside the facility?
I don't know.
That's a great question.
Because
there's honestly probably ways we could find the answer to that.
You got people that that get Kirby Smart Christmas cards?
So I'm saying
we
would.
I might ask.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now.
Number 4.
That source is going to be like, what the
hell
are
they talking about?
That is the least important question he's ever asked me.
Number 4, Lake Day, Kirby. I want to see Kirby Smart driving the wake boat, tossing a bunch of kids off the tube. Because I just know that brings such a great joy in his life. You just know that he loves that.
It's a rite of passage when you become a father to launch your children off the
Not
tube.
even your own, other people's children
Other
too.
people's children.
You're at the mercy of me now. That's just, I don't know. And then final one, family game night.
I had this one.
You had this one?
I want to see Kirby Smart play like a
Kirby
board
Smart
game.
and the fam playing Parcheesi, Monopoly, Sorry, whatever. I don't care what it is. Family game night, Kirby.
Strange question. I don't know. So either the answer is no, or this source is not important enough to actually be on the invite list.
Say, damn.
Stamps do be getting expensive.
Yeah, I also don't know if Kirby Smart's oh, we gotta send out our Christmas cards this time of year. I don't think that's very high on Kirby Smart's
Mary Beth's over there
priorities.
getting her list together of who she's mailing these to. Kirby, who do you want to send these to? Nobody. I don't need to give a damn card to anybody. Nobody deserves. I'm not handing these out to the guys. What do you mean?
Grown ass man got friends and shit.
All right, I did a type 4. No, I had 5 actually. First one I have, and I think this is the one that I frankly haven't seen Kirby Smart ever do. I just want to see Kirby Smart listening to music. What does he put on? What are his reactions? Is he a head nodder? Is he a guy who sings along?
So you mean like actually see him listening to music that is being played aloud?
Yes.
Because we see him coming to the stadium all the time with AirPods in.
No, that's not what I'm like. I want to see like
what he's actually listening to.
Yeah, like what
you
Kirby
see
Smart's
his playlist.
Yeah, I'm
sounds
interested
like something
in that.
you'd want to know.
I want to see.
You judge him on it. It's like, this is terrible.
What have I?
This guy's got no taste.
I have never openly been
Mine
like,
is so far better.
I've never
Top
done that
5
with
reasons why this guy's small choice sucks.
Either way, I want to see Kirby Smart hit a doom scroll. That would be so fun.
What do you think his app of
try to
choice
peep his
is?
algorithm?
Kirby Smart.
What's the app of choice?
Probably Instagram. But then again, he's never active on Instagram. His app of choice is 1,000% Twitter, just because I feel like there's the least fluff there. But I just want to hand Kirby Smart like a phone with TikTok on it. Just be like, you have 30 minutes of free time. Just
I would
see what he
imagine the only type of doom scrolling Kirby ever does is the crap Lane sends in the group chat.
does.
Like, Lane Kiffin's definitely the guy that sends TikToks all day.
Yeah, Lane's the guy that you have an Instagram DM thread with where it's all him sending you Instagram.
And it just says
memes.
Kirby Smart scene.
Yeah.
They're never reacting to anything.
Yeah.
I've got several of those going on. Some of them are listening right now. I would respond. I laugh. I probably should text back, ha ha.
So yeah,
that's
that's
not respond.
that is something I would like. I would enjoy seeing, and like him giggle at stupid ass memes.
Chad brings up a great point. What if out of nowhere Kirby Smart just started tweeting like Lane Kiffin? Would you think he fell off his rocker?
Yeah.
I would be like,
I'd be like, dang, who got the login to
I'd be
Kirby
like,
Smart's Twitter
those
account?
days in the 90s are starting to catch up with him, getting his head bashed around on a horrible Georgia team.
Whoa.
They were horrible, dude.
They
were
were
pretty
bad.
bad.
They were awful. Another thing I'd like to see Kirby Smart do: cook food. I want to see what he like, just in a little chef's hat and apron. No, not all of that. But
I bet Kirby has like a go-to thing he cooks for his kids. Like it's like my dad had a famous grilled cheese. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah,
Man, what a dad move that is,
You know what I'm
where
saying?
your go-to meal is grilled cheese.
And you know what the trick was? He would just put ham in it. That was it.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is a big key to a good grilled cheese sandwich, believe it or not.
See? That's a Southerner putting your own game right there.
And you don't just put it
Most
on,
people would go butter, not a Southerner.
and you don't just put it on
Mayonnaise.
the inside. You put it on the outside
Oh,
too.
that's the only place you
It
put
gives,
it.
no, you put it on the inside.
No,
too.
no.
You
Not
do.
if your kids don't like mayonnaise.
Well, you really wouldn't even know.
Oh, I would know.
No.
So yeah, seeing Kirby Smart cook would be pretty interesting. I want to see him fix something. How patient is this man?
Not.
That's what I'm wondering.
Not.
Just how patient is he? See him fumble around with a screwdriver and a wrench, all that.
Kirby would definitely use one of those meal services that delivers the pre-made meals, and you just throw it in the oven.
Oh, what's Marcus Freeman got going on? A Factor?
yeah, Factor.
You're about to
He's
see
getting a
Kirby
Factor
Smart and
meal.
Marcus on a billboard with the doing the meals. And then the last thing I'd like to see him do, just work out in general. Like I'd be very interested to see
This is so him coded.
what a Kirby Smart workout looks like.
Such a you thing coded playlist and workout routine.
Let me criticize his music and let me tell him his RDL
Bro,
form is shit.
I don't watch people do things
I
just
need
to
to watch
criticize.
my mouth. We had comments yesterday telling me to watch my mouth. I need to watch my mouth. I'm sorry.
Brooks feels like the only reason I am intrigued by other people's lives are so I can judge them and criticize.
You think I've created this persona? You think this is me projecting my feelings upon you?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not feel that at all.
All right.
Either way.
Jonathan, how do you feel about this? You think this is me projecting?
No. Don't drag me into this.
Oh,
This is a you guys thing.
Switzerland over there.
Yeah, I'm going to hold the peace. I'm not going to interject into this.
Somebody said Kirby after some devil's lettuce. Let's say, come on now. It was a little too much.
He would never.
He would never.
My coach would never do that.
My coach would never. That 2021 legacy continues to grow, huh?
Dude, yeah, this free agency period kind of hammered home why that was one of the best defenses. Now, again, it's a handful of players, but guys like Nakobe Dean, 3-year, $36 million deal with Las Vegas. That is a fat chunk of change for him. Quay Walker, a former first-round pick, just got another deal with Las Vegas. 3 years, $40.5 million. Jordan Davis just became the highest-paid defensive lineman of all time with a deal that is 3 years, $78 million with the Philadelphia Eagles. Robert Beal got a 1-year contract with Miami. Channing Tindall got a 1-year deal with Atlanta. Like, I think people forget we are half a decade removed from that team being on a roster in college. Like, these guys aren't just getting started on their NFL careers now. They're considered veterans by this point. So the fact that they're still getting that many deals and that many, record-setting amounts of money, I think is a testament to just how impressive that 2021 class was. And there's still guys like Devontae Wyatt who are on contracts, rookie contracts. Jalen Carter, who was not a part of the 2021 draft class, but was a big factor in that defense. Trayvon Walker is still on his
has
rookie.
not been paid yet.
Yeah, Trayvon Walker.
Finna be.
Trayvon Walker will be paid. Guys like Darian Kendrick have also gotten deals. I don't know if they're on an active roster this year, but plenty of examples as to why the legacy of this defense lives on. And I understand that a lot of times, the value of what a player does in college is not tied up in what they make in the NFL, but
it certainly shows the value. I mean, how long you last in the league, and also I think it also kind of boils down to even a deal for Channing Tindall, who it's just a 1 year $1.3 million deal with the Atlanta Falcons, and I know he's served only mostly as special teams. I think he had 8 tackles this last NFL season, but it really just ultimately shows you how superior of athletes all those guys were, because for a guy to go and have 8 tackles last season in an NFL year and still continue to get contracts and be on NFL rosters, it's because that guy is a superior athlete. Channing Tindall is one of the best athletes in the league, and he's going to continue to hold roster spots.
Yeah, I mean, for guys,
Robert Beal got a deal, those
yeah, he
things.
did. For guys Georgia's 2 starting inside linebackers this year just signed contract deals worth $76 million. Their starting defensive tackle just signed a contract deal worth $78 million by himself. Devontae Wyatt will get another contract somewhere, even if the Packers don't extend him. Jalen Carter will get another contract somewhere. If the
Nolan Smith is still on his rookie deal, isn't he?
Yes, Nolan Smith is still in his rookie deal. He's also a part of that 22 draft class. So, the 21 defensive, the legend of the 2021 defense is going to continue to grow. I know that Lewis Seen's career has not necessarily worked out. Anyone would have hoped it to. Injury to the ankle and having to move to linebacker. He has not been the projected athlete that he was. I know that's kind of one hindrance on it, but I mean, there's a world where 15 years from now we're talking about how, man, they had 3 or 4 Hall of Famers on that college football
defense.
I
recently saw where Lewis Seen is getting into coaching, maybe.
Oh, well, good for him. But yeah, stuff like that. So again, even if guys like Lewis Seen didn't pan out in the NFL, fantastic safeties, but that's not even what I'm talking about for the legacy of this unit. There's going to be 10 years from now where we talk about how, my God, there's 3 or 4 Hall of Famers on that class. So just a quick brief introduction as to why the legacy of the 2021 defense will continue to grow.
Speaking of brief introductions, I get a brief introduction into the future of college football's potentially next great crop of players this Sunday at the Under Armour event over in Atlanta. It's the biggest event every single year in the area for basically, if you're a great high school football player, you're invited to this camp and you are allowed to compete. And I just looked over at the list. There's over 400 athletes going to be there. There's over 125 of them in one location that Georgia is actively evaluating.
Wow.
So got a lot of work to do Sunday. That'll be fun. I was disappointed with that event last year from an offensive line, defensive line perspective. Don't think I'm going to be so this year. Also, the cornerback group that I just looked through.
Some dudes in there?
Yeah. There are 14 quarterbacks being evaluated that I'll be seeing on Sunday, and there are 14 defensive backs that are being evaluated, 2 of which they think could be superstars.
So when you go to an event like this and you have
spray and pray.
Well, I'm not talking about that, but I'm more so talking about when you do have that many of athletes that have been kind of put on your radar. What are the first things that you are trying to look for in prospects?
Yeah.
Just a quick breakdown of all right, I may only see 2 reps of this kid today. So what are the 2 things or 3 things I want to see?
So for me, first and foremost, how is he built and what is it like? What does it look like?
Right.
What does it look like when it's moving? Is he knee knocked? Are his knees in the proper spot? Does he have good high knee drive? Does he have bad body weight? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Does he have a baby face? Does he look like he's 35 years old? These are things that I'm looking at first and foremost because you're seeing him shorts and T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I mean, you are getting 3 reps unless you're a rep merchant. You know what I mean? And those guys that know they're good in these events, they take all the reps. Like Jordan Edmonds probably took more reps than anybody last year at that Under Armour event because he knew I ain't getting beat today, so I'm going to sit out here and take him. Ethan Barbour, a couple years ago, took more reps than any wide receiver, tight end target that was there because he knew I'm fitting to sauce everybody that they put in front of me, so I'm going to take them all. If I'm watching a wide receiver, I know what you think you can and can't run. I'll tell you that much. If you're like, for example, he's going to be a great player, but Caden Prothro, when he was out there last year, he ran nothing but 9s. Like, I'm going to run by you and I'm going to jump over you. That's what I'm going to do. And if I don't run by you on your outside shoulder, I'm going to run by you on a post on your inside shoulder, right? So I know what you think you can and can't do. Quarterbacks, I know whether or not you're like – I always get upset when people say, oh, you shouldn't throw at the combine. Yeah, okay. If you're like the predetermined number 1 pick, I understand that. But
sure.
If you're a natural thrower of the football, I don't need to throw 1,000 routes to Jonathan to hit him in the face. I shouldn't. I should be able to see how fast he's moving and put it on him. That's it. Because, like, even if you're a 4.4 runner, you don't run routes at 4.4. Right? There are moments in football where you're gearing down, you're slowing down. I have to notice that you're slowing down, and I have to put the ball on you. That's called being a passer. So those things matter to me. If you're going out to these camps and you can't put a ball on a receiver, don't tell me it's because you haven't worked with guys. No, I just watched you throw 20 balls, and almost all of them were off of a spot that they're supposed to be. So those things stick out.
Gotcha.
I mean, I could get really, really nuanced at, like, smaller camps. And there's 40 guys out there I can see, like, hey, how do you absorb coaching? How do you compete? How do you respond to your teammates that are out there in that setting? Things like that I think matter. I pick a lot more up on that in high school games, though, than some camp setting. General attitude, too.
Right.
Like, some guys I know, you can just tell, bro.
Language.
You're a pissant. Like, I don't like the way you conduct yourself. Some of that stuff. Who's used to getting interviewed sticks out like a sore thumb afterwards. That stuff. I can tell who's getting recruited and who's not, that kind of thing too. That's the first thing I tell kids when I'm about to interview them is like, hey, I know who's offered, who's recruiting you. And they'll look at me and they'll like, huh? Like, who's calling you every day? And that totally changes their conversations of who's actually recruiting them, because that's what matters, guys. Like, who's actually pouring time into developing a relationship with you, not who's sending you edits on offer day. Right. So all that. Pick up a lot of information at these things. Nowadays, I also get, like, what school wants me to look at what. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you almost get, like, an indication of not necessarily their board, but who they think is going to be gettable or who they think's valuable.
Who they got their eyes on.
Yeah. And who they need more eyes on, too.
Makes sense.
But you'll get even more of that from me from a spring high school visits standpoint. I learned more about football players then than now. But no, that Jordan Edmonds is on that board from Under Armour event last year. Not what I saw at Sprayberry.
Right.
There's, I think, 38 kids out there at practice at Sprayberry, so they weren't doing much.
That few?
Oh yeah. It felt like they didn't have enough two platoon.
I always thought they had a fairly decent sized roster when we played them.
Not anymore.
Damn.
So there's that. Patreon Film Studies. We've been cranking these out over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin. This week, 3 alone. Ooh. We did Elijah Griffin earlier in the week. Then we followed it up with Donnie Glover. Then we followed Donnie up with Juan Gaston, or as we call them, Don Juan.
Yes.
All right, Don Juan's film studies are up. Elijah Griffin's film studies up. Next week, we're going to take a look at the tight end room. I'm in town until Thursday next week.
Hey, me too. Or Wednesday.
We're in town. And then I got to go to an undisclosed location.
So you're leaving on Thursday? Or
I think I'm leaving on Wednesday. I got to be at practice Thursday morning.
It'll be a you and me show on Thursday.
It will not.
Nope.
Oh.
You can come in here solo if you want.
I might. We'll see.
Hardest thing to do in this industry. If you want to give it a shot, you got it. Where are we at? Oh, anyways, tight end room next week. We'll watch both Nate and Chauncey next week. We got to get to this Dink tape. Yeah. This Rayshawn Dinkins tape's got to get shown to the world.
How much tape is there?
Oh, we got 2 full games.
I mean, you got
we got Alabama and Ole Miss.
And
buddy, against Alabama, I couldn't stop taking my eyes off of him.
He had fantastic.
A couple of these positional breakdowns, we've had to stop watching him because it is impressive, especially in the extended run game.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and you ain't screening 27.
He's the best screen defender since
a dog.
That's why I'm so I shouldn't say mad, but it sucks that we didn't get to see an entire season's worth of Ethan Barber or Talon Taylor because we can't even evaluate them from last year because there's such little film on them.
Yeah.
Of man, if we could have had one full season of both of those guys, we would have really gotten a good indication of what exactly is in store for those two.
Absolutely. We're gonna watch DeMello and Ellis. Even though I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel really nervous about coaching up tape on corners.
DeMellis,
you like that?
I like that.
It feels like me trying to tell you how to get to the moon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's also you almost
rocket fuel.
Corner more than anything is dependent on what coverage you're in, what your roles are, what your techniques are being taught. I know that anytime I watch corner tape, it's the biggest thing I have is get your head around and find the ball when you're in the hip.
For sure.
And that is not what they're taught at the University of Georgia. That's been made abundantly clear. So it's well, what are you judging
unless you're
off?
Kamari. And then they let you do it.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're face guard.
Unless you could freelance it, you can't do it.
So
and Kamari wasn't even someone who was a ball hawk.
No, but when the ball was in the air, yeah, they let him turn his head around, and not very many others. Even that play from Keeley, he catches it over the shoulders against Tennessee, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he don't even get his head around.
No,
no.
That's how much face guarding they do. We'll do a Chris Cole, Justin Williams, and Raylan Wilson study. Maybe individual, all three, or maybe do them together. Haven't decided. Hard to do that from a sprinkling for YouTube and do that on Patreon with all three of them. So we might have to do them individually. And like I said, we've already done Elijah Griffiths. There's a lot of work. Those were all asked for and I would say demanded by our Patreon audience. Appreciate those guys over there. We appreciate them so much that we allow them and we provoke them to completely occupy about half of the local hour every Thursday by way of Q&A. All of these questions come delivered straight from our Discord, private Discord, that you get by subscribing to patreon.com/Brooks Austin. They're talking hoops. 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 They're still talking hoops. They're talking hoops.
It turned into a very riveting game.
Boy, we talked about a lot of hoops in the chat, huh?
Can you not tap on the specific chat you have and see all the replies to it?
I have. You can, but you have to go all the way. They was talking hoops. Here we go. First question. This comes from MJ, bunch of numbers. J. Will, when you 1v1'd me in 2K?
In 2K?
Apparently you had a lot of round ball takes on the show while I was gone, which would have to happen when I'm gone.
I wouldn't say I had a lot of round – now – I don't know if you
said you dumped your most controversial take ever.
Yeah, did you even go back and listen?
I was a little busy.
Oh, you've been busy ever since then. Haven't had a single moment to maybe go and check up on the work that your boys did.
What'd you say? What'd you blaspheme on my channels?
I think you've heard me give this take before because I'm pretty sure I gave it on the show last year, but it was my opportunity to really dive into the take because I was sitting in the man's chair and I had the camera just on me.
The man.
But I gave the take that I believe that mid-March to mid-April is the best time of year of sports.
You've given this take before. You're a big golf guy.
Well, because it encompasses the Masters, which is the best golf tournament.
You're a March Madness guy, too. I'm a March Madness Thursday through Saturday guy. I don't watch it after that. When we start taking 4 days in between games, I'm out.
I mean, And I
think that's based off the television ratings. I think there's a lot of people that share that same sentiment as I just laid out.
Once your bracket gets really busted, it's like
and I think that's
I'm
a
not
reason
even a bracket
why
guy. I'm just a binge watch sports guy.
And I was about to say, I think the majority of it is, even if it's a guy that doesn't care about basketball, they're like, an excuse to sit on my couch, drink, and watch sports all day.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Olympics.
Yeah.
You tell me there's something I can binge watch at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, bring it to me.
And Hunter Lacey, there is football. There's spring football, so ha-ha. It even encompasses football.
Big ha-ha.
You also spelled there incorrectly.
What an unnecessary shot.
Hunter,
that's op number one, so I get to do that.
Hunter, it's okay.
Hunter does take...
You got a friend in me right here, brother. I promise you.
But yeah, that was the take.
Okay, it's not that bad.
But I just felt it was a little controversial to give it on this show.
But why are you ducking MJ? When are you going to play him in 2K?
I mean, I'll happily play you. I don't know if it's going to be as enjoyable as you think it would be.
Chris Cole player comp. How about some Quay Walker mixed with that one cat from Clemson that one time? Who's the big tall guy that wore, I think, 11 for them? Simmons?
Isaiah Simmons?
Yeah. He's not as thick as Quay. He's a lot more linear like the Simmons kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
would go that.
It's not a bad comp. Yeah.
Now, if we show up this year at 245, guys, I think Quay played at damn near 250. He looks so thick at 6'4".
Yeah, he was big.
I would comp Chris Cole to Divine Diablo.
Ooh. Who dat?
He's coincidentally enough, a linebacker that played for the Raiders and then has played for the Falcons as well recently.
Mm-hmm. He was a good
very
linebacker.
versatile linebacker, very impactful linebacker. I think that Chris Cole's ceiling is ultimately higher than maybe Divine Diablo's, but
would it be disrespectful to
size.
say Tremaine Edwards? Or wasn't that the guy from Virginia Tech, Edmonds? Maybe
Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds.
Would that be disrespectful? Do people think that's a bad NFL career? We're talking about first-round draft pick.
I guess
he's also 6'5", though. It's a little different than 6'3" and a quarter.
Yeah,
like
I think
Chris.
it's a little different.
Yeah, he's a lot taller. But that type of body style is what Chris looks like to me. Anything else on the comps? What are specs for a D2 athlete? Offensive line, defensive line, and skill guys. What should their maxes be? I mean, I can give you mine from high school.
So is this someone asking like they're trying to be D2?
Maybe. I think Cody might be a football coach though.
Oh, okay.
I think he's asking.
So maybe he's
from,
trying to help
like, general
players
thought
out.
process.
Like,
so
no.
I don't even make it about myself, but there's a certain athlete that ends up D2, right? He's almost 3 inches too short. If he's an inch too short, he's playing at Southern, right? If he's 3 inches too short, he's playing Division II football. Mm-hmm. Or he's got the required size, but he's not as good of an athlete. Or like there was a kid that played it shorter that transferred to Florida State and got a bunch of money to go down there after being a world-class athlete at shorter. He was a 6'6", 250-pound athlete that ran 4.55 that played 7-man football in Northeast Georgia. That's how he ended up D2. So there are certain people that don't really fit requirements. They don't belong there. Nowadays, they ball out. They leave that place. There's a lot of stories like that. But I think most of Division II athletes are either not big enough, not fast enough, or not good enough to play Division I football. I was a 6 foot, 300-pound center. So, weight room maxes are varying upon all athletes.
Yeah,
I know 5-stars that aren't very weight room strong.
I gotta be honest, I think they're honestly irrelevant to some degree. Like obviously,
the maxes.
Yeah, you have to be strong in some degree, but
dude, I played with guys that squatted almost 700, like 650 pounds.
Yeah,
like we had a nose tackle that couldn't max squat because we didn't have bars that he wouldn't break.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Like he would get done maxing, and we'd have to get rid of the bar.
It's bent.
It's bent.
Yeah.
Watching him squat sit. Now he's a 5'9", 310-pound nose tackle. He had no distance to go. But yeah, Nate could squat well over 650 pounds.
Impressive.
Big Nate. Most I ever did was 5'10", and I felt like my vertebrae was about to come through my bunghole.
No.
We were done after that. We racked it and said, okay, I won't be under a squat rack for the rest of my career.
Yeah, we never did like maxes for basketball workouts because basketball.
You don't say.
It's all about. Well, I mean, I'm sure some do.
I would hope not.
I would think that some. I wouldn't be shocked if some do, but for us, it's all about explosivity and all those things.
As it should be. But all right, that's enough on D2 specs, I should say. Got a face ID. Let's see here. What is your fire, passion, energy theme for the 2026 season? What would be your pump-up song? In high school, it was, oh, man. Can't even remember. It was a Mano song. All the Above. All the Above was my my go-to.
What was yours, Jay-Will?
I was always Put On.
Valid.
Okay.
That was always my go-to. Always my go-to.
A classic.
What about you?
Calm Like a Bomb by Rage Against the Machine.
Now, I came out to Rock of Ages by not when I was a pitcher.
Oh, okay. This is baseball now.
I never had a walkout song. I never played a sport that required it.
Oh, boy, he's going to start singing now.
No, don't want to violate copyright. Fire, Passion, and Energy, though. I don't know. I'm not around.
Yeah, it's so hard to pinpoint what the message to the team is going to be this year. I will say, like, I feel like last year was really, like, the earliest that we've gotten one of these messages because I feel like that isn't revealed usually until SEC Media Days.
I mean, I feel like last year was very obvious that Kirby Smart felt that program needed to be recentered in a – hey, this is a group of guys that love playing football. Like, that's what Fire, Passion, Energy is rooted in. I think that's kind of what you'll probably see something similar to this year.
Calling all the dogs. Oh, that's a great play on the name because his name is Colin. Calling all the dogs says, do you think we'll see Georgia play less nickel this year? My answer would be no.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, what, unless they do.
Unless Dink gets hurt.
Unless they start reverting to a 3-3 stack again, but even
well, if they were ever going to do that, last year would have been the year to do it.
Right. I was going to say last season would have been the year I think you would have seen that, but now that you got Rayshawn Dinkins, I don't know that you're going to see them get that guy off the field.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they play a tighter rotation than they ever had at defensive end and jack, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that until this statement is proven otherwise, the best availability for Georgia at the defensive end and jack position are for Gabe Harris, Quintavious Johnson, and Amaris Williams to consume all of those snaps.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I know people that have a lot of Darren Ickenogba stock. I know a lot of people that have Isaiah Gibson stock, and I'm here for all that. But those three guys I just mentioned are really good. They're really, really good, so they should be taking a lot of the snaps. By the way, as did Malik Herring and Azeez Ojulari.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
even Michael and Chaz.
When it's right, there are two guys on those positions that really don't leave the field when they're healthy.
No.
This is not a question. This is a statement from Thomas. Just wants to say, go damn dogs.
Hell yeah, Thomas.
Yeah. I'm a dogs on top guy when I'm trying to fire up the boys in the chat. What are you guys?
How about
them?
Yeah.
What about you?
A little HBTFD. That always gets them going.
That's it. That's the one.
I have a shirt from a listener that says,
"Oh yeah,
FBTB."
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's
from the Florida game, right? That's what.
When he's talking to Jamari.
Yeah.
Don't say they're undisciplined. I want you to.
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
We're overdue for one of those.
I don't know if we'll get them anymore. I haven't got.
For one of those leaked audios.
Yeah,
it would have happened by now.
You didn't get one of those. No, probably not anytime soon.
But perhaps the known plant in those situations is no longer there.
If you could create any flavor of potato chip, what flavor would it be?
I have
this
my
is
answer.
A fantastic
I have my
question.
answer.
Immediately?
Yeah. Well, I thought about it. I pondered on it, but I had my answer because I was scrolling through because I want to prepare myself.
I feel you.
I don't want to have dead air during this segment.
I feel you.
I would have the Chick-fil-A avocado lime ranch turned into a potato chip.
Very, very specific.
It is the best sauce they have, I swear. It is so good.
See, the thing is with potato chip.
I was thinking Quick Trip all beef hot dog flavored potato chip.
Oh,
jail.
My
jail. Go to jail. That's some crap I'd see when I go to Canada, and it's like they have. Did you know that? Do you know what the big chip flavor is up at Canada?
I don't know.
Ketchup flavored.
Huh.
Ketchup flavored chips are huge there. That's some bull crap I'd see up there.
My best man at my wedding, or the guy that stood next to my brother, Eric Lloyd. Shout out to Eric Lloyd. He would eat Cheeto Puffs with ketchup.
Interesting.
And one of those things. Don't knock it till you try.
Yeah, it's
I could see myself being like, not bad. I'm not sure that I'm going to go out of my way of like, I have a bag of Cheetos. Let me just squirt a big old plate of ketchup to dip them in. Like if it happens to get in the ketchup and I eat it, I'm probably not going to hate it.
I feel like we're at the point now, too, where like Lay's has gotten so bold that there's not a lot of flavors that haven't been created.
Them and Oreo, they don't fear anything.
No, dude, they'll make anything.
Matt Landry says, with Georgia looking to be a heavier 12 personnel team this year, does that potentially complement Gunner's abilities better? The bigger targets and stronger hands might have a better chance at catching the beams that Gunnar Stockton throws.
Is Georgia looking to be more of a 12?
Well, I think what he is adhering to is the fact that we mentioned earlier in the year that Elias Williams will not be coming off the field.
Valid.
So if Elias Williams is not coming off the field, Lawson Lucky has to play.
Right.
You're going to be in a little bit more 12 personnel than you normally were. A year ago, there wasn't a tight end that you felt you couldn't take off the field.
No, but they did tinker with a lot of different tight end sets.
And here's the thing. Georgia hasn't been a predominantly 12 personnel football team since the days of Brock Bowers and Darnell Washington.
Yeah, no.
They've been a majority 11 personnel team for 3 years now.
They weren't even that in 2023 with just Brock.
Correct. In 2023, there were 70. This is the last time I've actually had their data because it was still a talking point about them being a 12 personnel team. They were 72% 11 personnel. Brock's last year.
And mind you, the recruiting that they've done at wide receiver also would negate that as well. Like you recruited and paid all these guys to, one, get to this school and also stay at this school. It would be a little counterintuitive. Now, you did the same thing at tight end, but the wide receivers need to be playing as well.
But to answer the question, I think it does cater to Gunner's skill set a little bit more.
If we're going to be willing to throw the ball over the middle of the field.
Yes.
That's the big if. Like, people wonder why Oscar didn't have a bunch of production last year. Well, Oscar was open several times early on in the year, running down the middle of the seams. We just didn't trust ourselves to do that.
The most productive route, I'd say. I'd say the most productive route that tight ends had last year was the arrow.
Yes. I would agree with that.
It's, in my opinion, a little easier to trust the balls in the seam when Elias Williams is 6'7" running the seam. Even though Oscar's great. I'm not trying to demean Oscar.
But he's not Elias.
He's a little bit less of a favorable target than what that looks like running down the middle 100%. Of the field. So I think that is fair to point out. Let's move on to some more questions here from the chat, if I could put my password in correctly. Kirby has been very – this comes from Sisissa. S-E-C-I-S-A? Sisissa? Sissa?
S-E-C-I-S-A.
S-E-C-I-S-A.
All right.
Sakissa?
I have no idea.
This comes from a friend of ours in the Discord. Kirby has been very complimentary of Justin Williams, almost overboard. Is he the real deal? Will he surpass CJ or Nakobe? I know Roquan is probably too far-fetched to equal. I think if anybody's going to reach that level right now, it's Chris Cole.
Right.
Correct.
So maybe we're confusing Chris Cole and Justin Williams. I think Justin's going to be great.
Justin's going to be fantastic.
I thought Justin's high school tape, some of the best high school tape you'll ever watch from an inside linebacker perspective.
Yeah.
And what's weird about Justin is in the second quarter, he'll do something wrong on one thing, and then in the fourth quarter, he'll blow the same exact play up doing it the right way.
Right.
So that's good. That's not weird. It's a great thing about him.
Does not make the same mistake
No.
twice.
We're just going to have to play a lot of snaps. Like, for example, he makes a massive tackle on a screen pass against Texas. They gave up an explosive on the same exact play. I'm not going to say because of him, but kind of because we didn't read it correctly the first time around. That
right
right
there.
there.
Goal line?
Yep. Green territory, like plus 25. That right there held him to a field goal. That right there is why you should be bullish on him, especially when you know that God bless that guy. He's a 6'5" guy. He's a 5-star too. He's 6'2.5". He can run like a deer. He's going to be really, really good. So yeah, let's see here. Who would each of you guys pick on your squads, offense, defense, special teams from only SEC teams? That is an exhaustive question.
That is a segment.
That's a show.
Yeah.
More than a segment. That would be a show. That would take quite a while.
Maybe we'll catch you on a Tuesday in June.
We're all hoops talk moving forward right there. Damn Hoop Dogs.
Close. Yeah. Hey, they were down by, I think,
I know. Hey, good comeback. Way to show some grit. Show some fight. Lunch pail. Getting our eyes ready for the turn.
Mike White's alum has our number, apparently.
You avoided the Brooks Austin curse, too. Didn't shout it out. Didn't say anything about it. This one's not on you.
I appreciate you, Kirby.
They've never done well in the SEC tournament, though.
Ever. Except that one year when the tornado came and destroyed the Georgia Dome.
Yes.
But other than that, hadn't gone well. And then they said, we need to move this thing to Nashville. These boys are unsafe. That's the last year they won it, isn't it? 2000.
Won the tournament? Yeah.
2008?
What?
7?
Do they play in the Predators arena?
Yeah.
I believe
down
so.
on Broad?
Bridgestone, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the only other thing that is,
indoor.
In Nashville, that's the only other team arena that there is.
True.
Can't play in Vanderbilt's high school basketball stadium.
That place is so weird too.
Yeah.
It's a raised court.
It smells like a high school basketball arena.
I believe it.
You know that you know what smell I'm talking
Oh
about.
no, I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what it smells like.
Old wood and sweat.
Yeah.
And they make them sit on the baselines.
Yeah, but I think they might have redone all this. Or they're planning
Not
to.
this year. Maybe planning on. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
It would be in line with what they've done with that school. They're redoing everything around there.
yep.
I was at Buford last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They spent $80 million on that massive stadium. They don't have an indoor. You got 20. They got 25 practice fields out there. No indoor.
They don't even have a covered pavilion like Gainesville.
So I tested him. I was like, "Hey, what's up with y'all bro folks not having an indoor?" He's like, "Don't worry. There's stage 2 and stage 3 of the building left to be out done out here."
Have you ever been inside the basketball arena?
Oh, buddy, the fact that they don't have an indoor has nothing to do with the fact that they don't have the money to do it.
One of the most insane things I've ever been a part of.
Are they even like that at hoops though?
During that time, yeah.
But
when
not
I was
anymore.
playing them. This past year they were pretty solid, but they certainly aren't what they used to be, in my opinion. But I mean, when I was playing them, boy, were they really good. They had some good basketball players, way better than me.
Did you win?
No, no, Kirby.
I'm sorry, J-Will. Did you try your best, though?
Every time, to no avail.
That's all that matters, man. Did you have fun?
No, it's horrible
wow.
experience.
Damn, I'm sorry about
There's
that.
a reason why they made us the inaugural game for that arena. I'll just put it that way.
There's no. Ooh, damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than just going out and playing the sport you love and having the realization of, like, I'm just not on another level. These human beings are completely different than me.
I didn't have that realization until the first game I was ever credentialed where I could walk down pregame was Georgia-Auburn in 2019. And I saw Andrew Thomas do pregame kick slides. And I was like, oh, my God, you're a different species. Just what I'm looking at looks totally different than what I remember college football to
So
be.
you never had that while you were playing, a moment where you're like,
No, there's moments of humbled. Like you get humbled. You're not as good as the guy across from you. But I didn't realize the difference between 6'1" and 6'5". No.
oh, it's a big
And I
difference.
played with 6'5" guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I had no idea the difference level until you walk up on it. Till you walk up on an SEC or a Power 4 roster nowadays and see what these humans look like, you have no earthly idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
Yeah. It's funny, though, because, like, I feel like I had the adverse of that. Like, walking amongst those players is like, yeah, these are Division I SEC college football players. Like, they look bigger. Like, they should. Like, being that in high school, though, like, going against every now and then, like, you'd play a guy that had offers and, like, ended up being a really good college player. You're like, oh, yeah, this is why I'll never be this.
Oh, yeah, quick realization.
It sucks.
I do not belong there, that's for sure.
Yeah. That part was like, damn.
Those guys move different than me.
Very much
Way
so.
better than me.
Very much
I think I'll practice some writing now. Maybe get good at that. Maybe talk on a microphone every now and then. This is not me.
Yeah.
Nah, I had like a humble moment, like first day of pads in college. But outside of that, I didn't realize. I just thought, like, okay, I'm like 2 inches shorter. That's all.
No.
There's a
See that?
there's a lot more going into this, I think.
So you all throughout your college career, you were like, I'm just shorter than these guys.
Yeah, I'm just too short.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like Lewis or Amir Speed to me was like, what is that? And he
Yeah.
didn't even play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that all that was a lot more humbling. The speed of the game too. You don't know. You don't know until you walk up on it.
Yeah.
Also, I know what I was going to say. The first time I ever met Chase Young, that was the first. Him and Cam Newton. I was like, oh, not all 6'6" are created equal.
No.
They don't look equal.
Yeah.
Your 6'6" and Cam Newton's 6'6" look nothing alike.
Totally different.
Nothing alike. Cam Newton feels like he's 7'6".
Mm-hmm.
Chase Young is a 6'5" human being that feel like I thought I was standing like it felt like, you know, that scene where the human walks up on the avatar in the movie Avatar, and you see the size discrepancy, that's what it felt like.
So what you're saying is, if I start wearing goofy hats,
No,
I might start looking like Cam Newton?
no. I don't think that's what it said.
I don't know if you have the genetic makeup to look like Cam Newton. No offense, Jabo. I don't. Think
Let me get right. Let me lock in real quick.
I don't think it's in the cards.
I'm going to be looking different. Acting different.
I like that attitude. There you go, dude.
Need a hellified peptide. I'm good. Y'all good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back on Monday for some film study. I'm going to be in Athens this weekend for some Diamond Dogs baseball. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to work. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, I live in Athens. I'll always be in Athens. Don't worry about me.
I might take you for a roller dog.
Oh, boy. Yay. Oh, boy, a roller dog.
Y'all hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I love you. Bye.